Hello and welcome. This is Am I Old Yet? A lightly comic audio drama presented in short weekly vignettes by Floyd Kennedy, that's me, about life, the universe and all that stuff from the perspective of one elderly woman. This is episode 2 of season 4. Kids, eh? Helen has received a wonderful gift from her friend Shola Gomez. Shola's husband, Deji, whom we last encountered in episode 2 of season 3, Pictures at an Exhibition, has been left at home with their teenage daughter, and he welcomes any advice Helen can offer about raising kids. Helen's granddaughter, Susie, might be able to help.
Hello, Gomez household.
Oh, Deji, is that you? Sorry to bother you, it's Helen here. I was hoping to have a word with Shola.
Hello, Helen. No bother at all. But Shola is not here at the moment. Can I give her a message?
Oh, yes, please. I wanted to thank her for the beautiful book she sent me. It's just wonderful and so kind of her.
Oh, really? What book was that?
Woody Plants of West African Forests. It's huge and absolutely gorgeous. My heart is completely full to overflowing with its gorgeousness.
Well, that's good. I'll pass that on. I'm sure she'll phone you when she gets back. She's taking that day to IKEA to get him a new bookshelf for his room and also to keep him from Ndidi for a while.
Oh dear, are they fighting?
Not so much. It's more that Ade thinks he is responsible for all the music that's played in the house, and indeed he doesn't take kindly to his criticism.
Oh, bossy big brother thinks he knows it all.
Yeah, indeed.
And how about you? And Shola, do you applaud his taste?
Not at all, gosh. It's a very restricted playlist that he admires, mostly hip-hop and country music.
Good grief, what a mixture.
Yeah, and indeed he has recently discovered heavy metal, so you can see the clash of the genres there.
Oh, I don't envy you getting in the middle of that.
Well, I try to stay out of it as much as possible. Shola does all the heavy lifting. I feel terribly inadequate when it comes to communicating with teenagers. Oh, I really miss the small people they used to be when they were curious and believed pretty much everything I said.
Ah, yes, those were the days. Short and sweet.
Did you have much trouble with Janie? She's such a lovely, kind soul. I can't imagine her being a rebellious teenager.
Deji, my daughter was the most compliant individual ever. And that was hugely concerning to me at the time. I worried that she didn't seem to have any get up and go of her own. She wanted to please everybody all the time. I was caught between feeling grateful and terrified that, she might be pleasing the wrong kinds of people.
Oh, yeah.
Although I suspect she wanted to be as different from me as she possibly could be.
But she turned out all right.
Oh, absolutely no thanks to me. I just sat there when she was growing up, watching from the sidelines, trying not to interfere. But that doesn't mean I didn't.
Of course not. It goes with the territory, doesn't it? Of being a parent. I try not to play the heavy father when they're starting to bicker, but sometimes, you know what, Helen? I find things coming out of my mouth that I instantly regret, but I can't find my way to admit it to them.
Oh, yes, I remember that. And sadly, I'm still doing it.
With Janie?
Oh, definitely with Janie.
Oh.
She still annoys me from time to time, although less so these days since she started writing. I guess it's having more to occupy her mind than family, especially me. She doesn't seem to be as worried about me as she was, even a year ago.
But a year ago, we were in the midst of a pandemic, so there was probably more cause to be concerned about you.
Oh, yes, I'll concede that. But it was still annoying beyond measure, having her calling me up every few hours to make sure I was still alive.
As much as that?
I kid you not, it was.
And Susie, your granddaughter, was she a rebel?
Not as much in her teenage years. A bit naughty, but never really rebellious. If she was having, shall we say, difficulties with her parents, she'd just come over to my place and rage about them. And then she'd go back and be as sweet as pie.
What would you say to her?
Oh, I would mostly agree, and then she would defend them. I never told her, but I found it highly amusing.
Helen, you're a devious woman. I would never have guessed.
Oh, that's good. I'd hate the world to know.
Well, your secret is safe with me. Perhaps I could send my rambunctious teenagers over to you to have a good rant about Shola and me.
They'd be very welcome. And I can be the soul of discretion.
They really miss their grandparents. That's one huge disadvantage about moving so far away from home, raising your family in another Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, Helen. Just a minute. I can't hear you. Ndidi! Ndidi! Turn it down, please! We can't hear anything going on down here. Helen, still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, goodness, not at all. You have my undying sympathy.
Oh, thank you. Oh, dear. I'm sure there's a better way to handle it.
Well, I can't think what it might be. Maybe start playing very loud opera. See how she likes it.
I have thought of that. But I do believe it would just encourage her.
And in the absence of a cure, maybe buy her ear defenders to make sure she doesn't damage her hearing?
Maybe buy all of us ear defenders.
Oh, that could be useful and interesting. Let me know how it goes.
Oh, Helen, I've just thought. I was hoping to ask a favor of Susie, but maybe you can tell me if you think it's a good idea or not.
Sure.
I understand her university is having an open day soon, and Ade is starting to think about which places he would like to apply for. Do you think she will be willing to accompany him, show him around on the day? Just for an hour or so. I'd be happy to pay her.
Oh, I don't think she'd want to be paid, and I rather think she'd be delighted to help out. She's actually here with me at the moment. Would you like to ask her now?
Oh, yeah, really, yes. That would be excellent.
Hang on. Susie!
Yes, Gran?
I've got Mr. Gomez on the phone. He wants to ask you something.
Yes?
Well, can you come down?
I'm just uploading a video to TikTok. Can you wait a few minutes?
Can you wait a few minutes, Deji?
Of course.
Yes, come on down when you're ready.
Thanks, Gran. Shan't be long.
She'll be down shortly. She's uploading something to TikTok. Do you get that with yours?
Not yet.
It's a worry. Oh, but she's pretty sensible, mostly. And she's got a good education under her belt.
Well, that's excellent. I know Ade is pretty sure that's where he wants to study.
But isn't he a bit young to be making up his mind?
Oh, not at all. He's nearly 18, finishing school this year.
And going straight to uni?
Well, no. We're sending him back to Nigeria for 1 year to experience a bit of the culture and help his grandfather. A gap year with responsibilities, if you see what I mean.
Great idea. So he's just checking out a few places in advance?
That's it, yep.
Well, that's very enterprising of him.
Oh, he's nothing if not enterprising.
Here I am.
Oh, lovely. I'll hand you over. Here's Susie, Deji. Bye for now.
Bye.
Mr. Gomez, it's Susie here. What can I do for you?
Hello, Susie. I just wondered if you could help me out. Now, my son, Ade, is thinking of going along to the open day at the LSE.
That was Kids, eh? Episode 2, Season 4 of Am I Old Yet by me, Floyd Kennedy. The role of Deji was performed by Tayo Aluko, while Helen and Susie were played by me. The music young Ndidi is listening to upstairs is by the sound artist Theo Ter. You can find out more about Tayo Aluko and all my guest artists on the website amioldYet.com. Now, if you enjoy this podcast, please take a moment to rate and review it in your favourite podcasting app or drop a comment on the reviews page of the website. You can also support the podcast and help to cover the production costs by means of a small donation at buymeacoffee.com/amioldYet or by becoming a regular subscribing patron on patreon.com/amioldYet. That subscription brings you extra benefits. Thanks for listening. Stay safe.